Hey everybody, it's your boy Zero here for another Gunpla review. In today's episode, we're going to cover the Gundam Eclipse from Gundam Seed. Well, specifically the more recent manga spin-off of Gundam Seed Eclipse, but, it's from the Gundam Seed universe. So I picked up this dude at New Type because Galactic Toys didn't have him right now, so I'll leave a link to their website down below. So, get one. Don't, that's up to you, but yeah. So, a little off topic for a split second. I want to talk about the weirdness about this because in lore, this is made from parts of the frame of, well, copied the frame of the Freedom Gundam and the M1 Astray to make this. Which means this happened towards the end or exactly at the end of the first Gundam Seed movie series. Which means logically this thing should have been around during Gundam Seed Destiny. But it wasn't, so it makes me wonder either A, it was scrapped and destroyed it's going to be destroyed during the whole Gundam Seed Eclipse comic, or B, which is most likely, the creators just threw this thing in to fill in the 2-year gap difference between Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny. Which is fine, but it's always weird when they do stuff like that, when they introduce a Gundam that didn't exist, but parts of it did exist because this is the non-mass production version of the Murasame. So it's like, if you can make the mass production version, and clearly in the comics, this dude existed, what happened to it for it to not exist? And I know, it needs a very specific type of pilot, but still, you could have tried to make more of them. But hey, that's just me rambling. So let's get into the review. And I like this thing, but you'll know why I want in a second. So this is the Gundam Eclipse with about 99% of the stuff that comes in box. It also does come with a stand, but I officially ran out of space for stands in my Gundam collection, so I left that to the side. So, plus side, you do get a stand, which I always love, because if I'm paying for a large chunk of plastic like this, and it looks really cool in the air, I should be able to put it in the air without spending money on a stand. It should come with it, but that's just my opinion. So, let's talk about this. Here are the beam effects for the shield, even though I really think this should be used as a weapon. Come on, look at that. It looks like a little sharp blade. For the beam sabers, which are located inside the beam rifles. It has the new traditional, let's call it, swappable fingers. So, right and left open fingers. Right and left closed fists. One is currently used in the left hand of mine. And of course, right and left weapon holding hands, which I have right here, and the other one being used to hold the gun. So let me just take off this beam rifle to show you the beam saber and the beam rifle. If I get this off without popping something off. Wow, this is stubborn. So yeah, part of it's very tight, so. And I have a feeling probably everyone's thinking, you have one in the hand, but I'm like, I like it in the hand. It looks cool there. So, you have these pieces here, right and left, which pretty much makes these really interchangeable. There's no specific one for the right or the left leg, because they can fit into either side. And so the beam saber just pulls out like that. And you line up the plugs, and bam, beam saber. Not too fancy. And for beam rifle, it's basically this into there. Nothing too fancy, but hey, it doesn't have to be. And to plug it in, there is a plug right here. You just lift up this side, make sure the handle is facing out. That's at least what the instruction says. It fits into right there, and you just plug it in. So there's that. Now the flaws. Since I started talking about stuff I like, I'm going to talk about stuff I don't like. One, it has very, very tiny little feet. And thus causing it to be kind of off balance. So when you get in a good position, leave it and don't try to jostle it too much because it will fall backwards. If you're lucky, the back skirts, well, that's the best way I can describe them, for the Gundam will catch it and it'll keep you to balance, but it can't fall to the left or the right and fall on you, which sucks. With that being said, the shield is kind of flimsy. I don't know what they see what I mean. A little bit of pressure and you can take it apart. I mean, on one hand, that makes it great for transforming it back to normal and not having the shield out, but it's very flimsy. So I'm like, be careful with that. Don't put too much pressure here or towards the front. It will pop it out on you. So be careful when you do that. So either leave it like this, take the shield off, just don't put too much pressure here. As you can see, it holds the weapon very well. So there's that. The head's on a ball joint. I do like the design of the head, but I feel that Ridley Scott will sue somebody in about 5 minutes for it. I don't know why that was pushed up. It's probably when it fell the last time. Also, this piece right here, not this part. This part is loose. Like, that easy to take out. It's harder to put in than it is to take out, which I find kind of cruel. So be careful with it. It will pop off on you. And if you're not careful, it will fall into the void and you will lose that piece. And you're probably wondering, am I going to transform it into mobile armor mode? No. Mostly because the legs are very tight, very similar to the Freedom Gundam, and with this partially taking part of its frame from that, I am terrified of the hips popping or breaking on me. So I'm just going to leave this dude in mobile suit mode, because 1, I think it looks cooler, 2, I'm not going to risk its legs. See, I've heard too many stories and rumors about these legs breaking on you because people went a little crazy. Let's think, what the heck is happening here? I'm like, oh, that's normal. Oh, no, it's not. This piece popped out. Oh yeah, so be careful with that. So there's a piece right here where the front skirting of the ankles armor meets with a little C-clip. It will pop out on you just because it's not tight, and it will cause this piece to jet out. So be careful with that. And again, it has tiny little feet, so standing is not great. But aside from those horrible flaws, it's rock solid. But if you do drop it, there's a good chance parts will fall off. I know this because this part fell off of me when it fell, and this part keeps falling off. It kept falling off when I was building it and when I put it together. So you may want to thicken it or get some glue and seal that piece in permanently. But that could impede the transformation, so take my advice with a grain of salt. Also, this piece and this piece are very, I wouldn't say loose, but they stick out a lot and they don't stay in completely. Because again, transformation comes with some loose joints to allow full-on transformations. It happens. But, again, you take some and you lose some. But overall, like it. And of course, it comes with the whole sheet of, I believe these are the water slide decals, and of course, the small sheet of stickers. We have one for each individual eye, one for the camera on the front of the head, one for the back, and these are for both beam rifles. So, let's wrap this up. Let's get to the summary, and yeah. So, the Gundam Eclipse is all on its own without the whole transformation, because again, sketched out by it, I like it. I wish they did something better with the feet, because it looks like it has tiny feet, and with all that weight on top of it, makes it very flimsy. But again, it comes with a stand, so if you have the space for it, I say use it, prop that bad boy up, and make sure it never moves again. Though, if you want to be fancy, and if you have the cash, I say get two. One that you can transform into vehicle mode and leave alone, and one that you can leave in Gundam suit, in mobile suit mode. That way you can have best of both worlds. It works out for everybody, you know, except for your bank account. That may hate you. So, yeah, this is one of my Holy Grail ones, because I've been wanting it since it dropped last year. And I finally got a chance to get one, which is great. Though, on some sad news, I won't be able to do the Ferric this week, because it's not going to get here in time for me to build it, write a script, and then make the episode, and then edit the episode. So that's going to be that's going to be on Monday's episode, so look forward to that. I'm going to randomly pick one of the models I have in my backlog, which is either going to be the Thunderbolt Full Armored Gundam, the Kempfer, the Aegis. That's it. So it's going to be one of those three. So I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. And remember, you are all loved. You are all awesome. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. And yeah, I'm kind of glad that I finally got this dude. Even though Ridley Scott's going to sue somebody for that giant head. I'm sorry. It's just so long. Ugh. Well, catch you guys later. Bye.